Wisconsin health officials are refusing to test newborns for a deadly disease, and now a state senator is stepping in. Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson shows us why newborn screenings is the only way to save a child's life from this degenerative disorder, and why experts say time is of the essence.
It's easy to take seconds for granted until there aren't any seconds left.
And that hurts.
In January of 2019, 8-year-old Colin Cushman died from a rare genetic disorder known as Krabbe disease.
You lose the coating on the nerve fibers that transmit signals from one nerve cell to another.
2 years later, his parents, Kevin and Judy Cushman, are spending every second they can spare, hoping to spare others the same kind of pain.
We just don't want this to happen to someone else.
When Colin was born,
holding the battle all by himself today,
there was no sign anything was wrong. Within months, his muscles stiffened, his reactions slowed, and he lost the ability to move, to talk, or even to smile.
It was very difficult for us as parents to watch that.
For the next 7 years, the Cushmans hugged a little boy who couldn't hug back.
We took him on vacations, but it was hard to know if he was enjoying it.
We know more about Krabbe disease than we ever knew or will ever know about Colin, because he could never tell us anything.
Colin survived until the age of 8. Most Krabbe babies die before they're 2.
Those children's lives could be saved.
Dr. Joanne Kurtzberg is a pediatric oncologist at Duke University.
Early intervention is the only way to really help children with this disease.
While there is no cure for Krabbe disease, she says there is a treatment.
The difference between transplant and no transplant is dramatic.
But the bone marrow transplant she performs is only effective if it's done in the first 30 days of a baby's life. And Krabbe symptoms don't surface until much later.
Once symptoms show themselves, it's too late.
And that means time is of the essence.
Newborn screening is essential.
That's the only way that these kiddos will have any hope at a better quality of life.
7 states already test for Krabbe at birth, including 6 in the Midwest. And for the past 6 years, the Cushmans have been trying to convince Wisconsin to join the list.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
Time and time again, the state has turned them down, the most recent rejection just last month.
Every time when it comes up for a vote, there's just not enough momentum there to get it across the finish line.
And that's why State Senator Patrick Testin is taking matters into his own hands.
I think it's high time that we as a state consider the addition of Krabbe to the newborn screening list.
If the health department won't screen for Krabbe on its own, he wants to make it state law.
We need to have reasonable expectation that the screen will help make a difference in a child's life.
Last year, DHS Deputy Administrator Chuck Warzeka told Fox 6 they need more evidence there's a treatment that is both safe and effective.
The obvious effects of the treatment are sitting right here.
Tanis and Randy Toms say their son, Jeremy, is living proof.
He sings, he laughs, he wants to learn to play piano. He puts together Legos.
Jeremy is now 20, one of the oldest living Krabbe patients in America.
I wouldn't trade my son for the world.
But the Toms were only able to get him a transplant because he was tested for Krabbe at birth. And that's only because the disease had already killed his older brother, Alex.
We didn't get to know our son, Alex, because he passed away at 13 months old. I know Jeremy.
In other words, it took one life to save another.
That's an awfully high price to pay.
It is.
Compared to that, they say the actual cost of Krabbe screening would be trivial, $2 to $4 per test.
It is so worth the cost.
There's no amount that we wouldn't pay.
You can't put a price on it.
Of course, there's nothing to stop the Cushmans from simply starting over and trying again. In fact, the state has already encouraged them to do just that.
So basically they're wanting us to resubmit everything again.
But every delay increases the chance that another Wisconsin family will have a child with Krabbe disease, and they won't find out until it's too late.
No family should have to go through that.
It's only a matter of time. Brian Polson, Fox 6 Investigators.
Krabbe disease affects fewer than 1 in 100,000 newborns, but with 60,000 babies born in Wisconsin each year, the next case could be diagnosed at any time. Proponents say without newborn screening, that next child will not survive. Senator Teston's bill is currently out for co-sponsorship. If you have a tip for the Fox 6 investigators, an issue you think needs some more digging, send an email to fox6investigators@fox.com.